all this theory with the mesenchymal cells needs to be proven. And right now, if we were to do a study of repair, we all hedge a little bit because we would love to be able to do that, but we have a hard time in trying to measure repair. Short of people having fixed deficits, an eye that cannot see, a leg that will not move, suddenly fixing itself, that would be easy to see as repair, but it's pretty unlikely to see that in a short time frame. We needed to know that if we are going to use these cells in any kind of fashion and hope that they have a capacity for repair, that we are able to at least show that they have one of their biological properties, which the most consistent that we've measured over the years is the reduction of inflammation. That we can measure very well. We have techniques such as the MRI that can tell us right away if we're winning in terms of reducing inflammation. And if we can prove that these cells have the capacity to have at least one of their biological properties, then I think that the other biological property that we're really counting on, the repair, probably also exists. So the first study that we had launched, and this was in agreement with my colleagues around the world, so we spearheaded this project, we being myself and Antonio Uccelli in Genoa, who has done a lot of the preclinical work in the animals. And we both thought it's ripe, it's easy to do, and we could possibly do this study fairly quickly if we had cooperation from around the world to get a series of grants in each of our countries to treat enough patients, pool all our data, and see if we're able to effectively show this biological property of reduced inflammation. What we are looking for is an ability to evolve to the next stage, which is we can quiet down inflammation. We have many ways of doing that with our current medications, but we have very few that have encouraged repair in a way that we can hopefully measure it. So the real importance of this study is not so much the reduction of inflammation, but it's all the little studies we're doing alongside of it to see if, in fact, they are repairing lesions. Are we getting a sense of that? And what would be the best way to measure it? And when all of this is done, and we look at the primary outcome, which would be the ability to reduce the inflammation, we're going to then look very carefully at the attempts that everyone's made to see if we have repair. Then we can then launch into the big phase 3 study where we actually test these cells' capacity for repair. And then we have a lot of questions to ask, because this study is really a one-off. We're taking the cells, we're making enough for one infusion, and we're measuring the outcome at 6 months with an extension for another 6 months to see what happens at month 12. I think we've established that they're very safe. They've been used now many, many times for almost the last decade. And there's minimal to no side effects from the infusion. Whether they can do what we're hoping they're going to be able to do, that's the key. And whether we're able to show it in this short period of time with just one infusion is another question. Maybe we need to do them again. How many times do we have to give the infusions? Are we giving the optimal cell dose? These are all questions that I think will need to be answered before we move into the big phase 3. But I know for many people, we can't move fast enough.